Here we're clicker training Saint. Saint gets growly with new people, doesn't like pressure from people or kids. We're using someone that he kind of knows and has met a couple of times pretty in a neutral way, you know, pretty low key. And so it's a great person to start with. He does get a little uncomfortable, but can work through it easily. So clicking food when he looks at me. And right now we're just shooting the breeze, you know, no pressure on him whatsoever. Just us sitting around, talking, laughing, clicking food when he gives me eye contact. And then I have her move around. He looks at her, clicking food. We layer more pressure on later. I do think that the door, it's going to be a bit too much. That created more intense hyperfocus, and I don't know if we'll be able, if this is powerful enough to use as a positive interrupter to work with the door barking, but we'll see. We're gonna try, see how far we get. But please understand that this type of work is counter conditioning, but it doesn't necessarily mean some amazing perception change is going to happen where he's going to like people suddenly. That takes years, if at all. The food focus, I like to do it more calmly, and it's not excitement based, it's more calmly based, and it really just builds a great association with the situation to desensitize it.
Again. Cut it right before the growl. Again. Again. Now he's like, oh, I know you. He's like, but you're evil for knocking on the door.
Stop.
Now go ahead and back up. Here we go. No. This will work nicely. We should be able to iron this out smoother in the next week. Go ahead and knock. Shh. Again. When he looks at me. Don't go after the uncomfortable stuff.
What I was saying here to my colleague is to, you know, not bother with the grumbly stuff, because there's a difference between looking at someone and growling, looking at someone and doing these little woofs, just hyper focused on them, versus uncomfortable, looking away, woofs under the breath, and uncomfortable, like, kind of moans and groans. We handle those way different.
So basically when he doesn't focus that way anymore and he can look at me, I wait for eye contact, click, and then you can ask for it again. So get at least one, before you do the knocking again, get at least one where he's just looking at you now, or the food, and then you wait for him to look at you. Get like one or two of those in there between that. Because it's really, the knocking is a huge trigger. Worse than people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you to stop.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Look at him, don't look at him.
Don't look at him for now. Just because it's like the initial entrance, don't look. Didn't break him up. All right, so 2 steps right at him, or I know you gotta go around the chair. But... 2 steps right at him. Good. 2 steps right at him. Another one right up to the dog bed. He knows it's you now, so he's good. But that's fine, still finish it out and back off. But yeah, I say that door is a big trigger.